Okay, we are back. Hi, thanks for joining me. Let's see. I found an abandoned. Okay. Okay. Not here. Where to go? I don't know. Close the clouds, poetry and song. I do sort of want to go to Riften, but we have that one there. Sorry, kitty. If I didn't do it, you would have ate my face off. Got a whole pride of them. Oh no.
I'm glad to see a friendly face. You are friendly, right?
What are you doing up here?
Freezing to death. You? Yorin dispatched me to follow a group of cultists. The damned cats didn't know about my mission. Cut me up bad. I felt like I was going to be fine. Till I ran out of wood. It's right over there, taunting me.
I'll gather more kindling. Hang on.
Hurry. You need fire to stay alive up here. And watch out for the cats, too. I'd hate for us both to die up here.
Be right back. Hey, girlfriend. I got some wood.
Is my nose still here? Ah, I'm getting the feeling back in my toes. Ow! Pins and needles. Pins and needles.
You said you followed the cultists here? What did you see?
Oh, you know. Spells, dark magic. Their leader's strategy was to wave his arms and shout. Often. He would hold up some metal thing, like it proved something.
What did this leader look like?
A big Nord, all in black. Only Nord with them. He never came back down the path. Like as not, he's still up there. Frozen stiff.
The cult left him on the mountain?
Oh, yeah. They were panicked, cut up. The cats, they were on the wounded before they could flinch. I don't think any of those dark-robed bastards made it out of here.
So something attacked them on the mountain, not the cats?
They were terrified, scared to death. The ruins here, they have a reputation. Folks who go up don't always come back. Those that do, they tend to be a lot less talkative.
The cultists didn't see you on their way down?
I dragged myself behind this rock when I heard them coming. My fire had already burnt out. My only good luck today.
Alright, let's go see what we can do. Help myself, thank you. The shredded corpse of Nardal. His injuries don't appear to be from saber cat claws. If anything, they seem to have been made by human fingernails. That's the Summoning Binding and Questing Spirits of Aetherius. Previously we discussed the reanimation of crude matter for labor. It is time to delve into deeper, more rewarding subjects. Aside from the traditional ritual components, you will need the hide of a slaughtered animal, cleaned and dried in the approved manner, a measure of dried nightshade crushed with the pestle of pure ebony, an animus geode containing the tortured spirit of a man or mare. Prepare a circular ritual space no less than 3 paces across. Isolate the space with a circle of 1 part chalk, 1 part salt, and 1 part ash. In the center of the space, prepare your ritual tools. With the write the name of the spirit you wish to summon on the piece of animal hide. Be sure you have no injuries that might spill blood in the circle. Trapping one's own soul in a summoning circle is rarely fatal, but is sure to provoke the mockery of your peers. After desecrating the circle, light the candles in the following order: east, west, north, south. Burn a pinch of nightshade in the ritual bowl. Place the hide in the center of the circle. Finally, take up the animus geode and release its power while holding it in your mind, an image of the deceased. Once summoned, the spirit is tethered to the animus geode. The geode would act as a beacon, allowing you to call the bound shade to your side whenever you wish. Not what I wanted. I wanted to search the crates, please. Okay. Oh, we're doing this? Alright, alright.
I am familiar with that expression.
I don't have much inventory space. Stop taking shit. Only take the good stuff. Oh wait, what was the... East, west, north, south. East. West. North. South. Well, hello, Nordle.
Who dares?
I summoned you. Tell me what happened here.
Why should I? I led a worm cult cell here. We planned to loot the ruins. Dragon priests wore powerful artifacts, masks, and I wanted one. Eyes of the king, you used a summoning spell on me.
Your party all died. How?
We died to the Draugr. Maggots take your tongue. The unbound dead bested us. We never even saw a dragon priest.
What happened to your shard of Hrothgard?
Ah, that's why you're here. Want it for yourself, do you? Too bad. The Draugr took it from our corpses, and the temple is sealed once again.
Well, then I need to get inside.
You presume you can defeat the massed dead, and an ancient puzzle will just unlock for you? Amazing. Scum. The gates of Forelhost are sealed. The cult might have succeeded had the Draugr not murdered us. You are doomed.
Well, I'm going to get the shard, and you, sir, are going to help me.
My spirit is bound to your geode, yes. You can drag me from Aetherius whenever you wish. So do as you will. I'll laugh when you die.
Ta-da, we've dealt with bigger things. Why do you want me to go over here? I don't know. Yep. Unseal the entrance. Oh. The crude figures carved in the rock wall are Nord runes, not the dragon speech elsewhere around the temple. The dialect is archaic, but you distinctly make out the words use 3 and different. The crude figures carved in the rock wall are Nord runes, but blah blah blah. But you distinctly make out the words plumage and right. The crude figures, let's see, but you distinctly make out the words center snake. Okay. Oh, this isn't going to be that hard. Okay. Center snake. Plumage. Right. Right. And... something about 3 different? Eagle. Wow. That was ridiculously easy. Okay. Look for the dragon priests. Okay, there's that way. Anything to pillage over this way? Nope. Heavy armor or forged weiss advice. I wager you don't even have what it takes to make armor. Think you can slave at the anvil all day, sweat stinging your eyes while you pound on iron, steel, and even arcalcium until you can hardly move your arm? Can you spend sweltering weeks lifting, hammering, and shaping until you forge the perfect set? How afraid of you are you of serious burns? Still here? Good. Maybe you have potential. If you're serious about smithing, you found the right orc. I was raised in the forge. The bellows and the anvil were my best friends, and my hammer never left my hands. I can tell you how real armor is made. My advice? Just get to work. Get some ore, step up to the anvil, and hammer out simple parts. Your first pieces may not be fancy, but you'll learn tricks as you go, like how to take mediocre armor and temper it into something stronger. You should look at other smiths' work as much as you can, too. Study exotic styles and materials, and you'll get even better. But nothing beats practice, so get going. Where are you even? I didn't even see that, dude. I should have gone to Riften to empty my inventory, but I didn't. Rathan and the Stone Maiden, Part 1. Many years ago, as Rahim passed by a river, he heard weeping from the far shore. There, a woman filled her pockets with stone. When she finished, the woman walked into the river. He could not let her drown, so he ran across the river's surface and pulled the woman from her would-be grave. "Why did you save me, my lord?" she asked. "Does Rahim, the trickster god, not know my intent?" "I know the what, my lady, but not the why." The woman frowned and turned her back. "You cannot possibly understand my plight. Please, let me gather my stones and continue on my way." But Regine would not let her continue until she shared her story. The woman, Mnealia, had a fiancé named Mazaram, and the two were much beloved. But Mnealia's stepfather, Zelera, was a greedy man. Before he could give them permission to marry, he insisted on a bride price, beyond Mazaram's considerable means, and well beyond all reason. Zelera was headman of the village in which they lived, and none dared speak against him for his injustice. But Mazaram was not cowed by him, which made the stepfather hate him all the more. Still, Mazaram would not dishonor Mnealia by eloping. Rather than see her fiancé ruined by her stepfather's demands, she chose the river. "Ah, you say your stepfather rules your village?" "With an iron paw, my lord," she told him. Those he does not bribe owe him money. Only a few, such as Mazaram, remain free of his grasp, and he does what he can do to ruin them. "Do you think your stepfather is satisfied ruling a tiny village?" he asked. "Satisfied?" she scoffed, wiping her tears away. "He does not know the meaning of the word." "Then perhaps I can help. Come, let us find Mazaram." And they went to the village and explained his plan to the young woman. That afternoon, Mazaram and Mnealia approached Zelera on the porch of his great moonsugar plantation house. Seeing the hand-in-hand angered him, even though they were properly fiancéd. "So, my little pauper," the stepfather greeted Mazaram, "have you agreed to my bride price, or shall we finally see the last of you?" Mazaram refused to take offense and instead bowed briefly. "While it is true I cannot meet your bride price, my lord, I can offer you something better." The stepfather's ears twitched, but he sneered with skepticism. "Better than the sum I demand for my only daughter? Fine, tell me of this offer. If it is generous, then so be it. But if not, I will see your tail as you leave forever." An archer's archive. To truly master anything, you must leave everything you know behind. When I set out to travel Tamriel in search of new techniques, some already called me a master of the bow. I knew this wasn't true. I heard tales from distant lands about hunters who could sit still, motionless for days, stalking elusive prey. Of bowmen who could fire 2 and 3 arrows at a time and still hit their marks. And other similar stories, everyone assured me, were just legends and hearsay. Every legend starts somewhere. The wood elves were renowned archers, so I traveled first to Valenwood. The journey into the heart of the forest itself was long and fraught with perils I had never known. I spent months searching for a teacher, challenging every elf with the bow I could find. Finally, I met a Jasper, an uneerringly accurate long-distance archer. He never spoke a word, but accepted my challenge and split my own arrows mid-flight. He tolerated my company, and we hunted beasts deep in the heart of the woods, stalking creatures that I had never seen nor heard of. I learned how to quiet my mind and slow my breathing, and how to lie in waiting, unmoving, waiting for the perfect shot, no matter how long it took. After we parted ways, the Jasper was simply gone one morning. I tried in vain to gain passage on ships headed to Somerset Isles, desperate to discover if high elves could truly create physical bows out of nothing but concentrated magicka. I heard tales of their potent alchemy, rumors of a potion that can sharpen a man's vision to be like that of an eagle. No ship would have me, though, and I couldn't bribe, beg, or connive my way in. Undaunted, I continued to the east and into elsewhere, longing to obtain an authentic Khajiit shortbow. Khajiit shortbow. There are many roaming the bands of Khajiit in the northern grasslands, and I've been told since I was fortunate enough to encounter a group that found me entertaining instead of just an easy mark. Perhaps I was still a bit green, but it was worth the risk to learn their method of rapid shooting from horseback, and how they craft their barbed arrowheads to puncture even tough leather. Now I will set out for Black Marsh, that dead swamp. My Khajiit companions found my intent to venture there a source of great hilarity, but I won't be turned away. Who knows what the Argonians have learned to do with the bow deep in the bogs? What unique approach might they have? I leave this record with a Khajiit to donate to any bookseller in hopes that someone might draw inspiration or knowledge from my efforts. My journey is not yet over, though I have been away from home for many years. I have learned much since setting out, but most importantly, I have learned that there is far more that I do not know that I ever could have believed. You got it, buddy, while I'm pillaging? Changed ones.
Sit with you. Novel erudition always makes me heady.
I don't think it was that exciting. Nothing back there? Nothing back there to pillage. What are you doing over there? You alright?
Mora's twitching tentacles. I'm glad that's done. Any more? I need some tea.
Discomfort of war. Let's see. Rashes, foul stench, contagion, fungus. None of these are pleasant, but they are all controllable if a warrior takes the proper steps. As an accomplished alchemist with 10 years of experience in the battlefield, I've seen the worst of war camps, and I've developed several methods that lessen the occurrence of common threats to health. If you followed my advice, you'll be able to avoid the problems that many soldiering types simply accept as the part of cost of battle. First and foremost, it's critical to bathe. Yes, bathe. Truly, there may not be many opportunities to do so, but as soon as it's possible after a day's march or a battle, bathing and applying a salve of salk resin shock resin? Crushed bergamot seeds have been proven to repel parasites such as toe borers, grass fleas, and flesh bloats. Anyone who's seen battle knows that soldiers' camps are breeding grounds for such vile creatures, and prevention is surely the best remedy.
Get free!
Alright. I was actually enjoying that, dude. That's the one thing about the older maps. They always put the books in places where you couldn't read them. Another important factor is to consider your environment. In order to avoid several types of discomfort, you must prepare to do combat with the landscapes as well as your enemy. For travel in desert regions, apply a powder of dragon's tongue to prevent chafing. In swamp, use waxes and thoroughly waterproof your boots to prevent fungal assailants. Remember that insects often carry disease, and keep repellent salves, potions to treat common sicknesses handy. Don't rely on your superiors to provide them. Though my advice will help any soldier or adventurer, I like to devote a few words to leather armor in particular. Some individuals have negative reactions to leather, and many never even know their armor may be suspect. I see this particularly with netch armor and leathers crafted from bears or saber cat native to Skyrim, especially if any fur is present. If you are issued armor and do not have a choice in what to wear, always carry with you a tincture of elf cup cap to apply to irritated areas. With just a few simple, inexpensive preparations, you can avoid these lesser horrors of war and focus your energy on combat and marching without distraction. Take care of yourself on the battlefield. If you don't, you're guaranteed a miserable experience that will compound the fatigue of war. Be aware and always be prepared. The strange trees. I kind of want to read it. Strange trees on all sides resembled knobby piles crowned with great bursts of reds, yellows, and oranges, like insect mounds caught fire. The Rothgarian mountains were fading into the misty afternoon. Torala marveled at the sight, so alien, so different from Morrowind. She plodded the horse forward into an open pasture. Behind her, head nodding against her chest, Khazir slept, cradling Bazarel. For a moment, Torala considered jumping the low painted fence that crossed the field, but she thought better of it. Let Khazir sleep for a few more hours before giving him the reins. As the horse passed into the field, Torala saw the small greenhouse on the next hill, half hidden in forest. So picturesque was the image, she felt herself lull into a pleasant, half-sleeping slate. A blast of horn brought her back to reality with a shudder. Khazir opened his eyes. "Where are we?" he hissed. "I don't know. What is that sound?" "Orcs, a hunting party. Head for the thicket quickly." Torala trotted the horse into the small collection of trees. Khazir handed the child and dismounted. He began pulling the bird bags off next, throwing him into the bushes. A sound started then, a distant rumbling of footfall, growing louder and closer. Torala climbed off carefully and helped Khazir unburden the horse. All the while, Bazria watched open-eyed. Torala sometimes worried that her baby never cried. Now she was grateful for it. With the last of the luggage off, Khazir slapped the horse's rear, sending it galloping into the field. Taking her hand, he hunkered down in the bushes. "With luck," he murmured, "they'll think she's wild or belongs to the farm and won't go looking for the rider." As he spoke, a horde of orcs surged into the field, blasting their horns. She had seen orcs before, but never in such abundance, never with such bestial confidence. Roaring with delight at the horse in its confused state, they hastened past the timber where Khazir, Torala, and Bazriel hid. The wildflowers flew into the air as their stampede, powdering the air with seeds. She tried to hold back a sneeze, and she thought she succeeded. One of the orcs heard something, though, and brought another with him to investigate. Khazir quietly unsheathed his sword, mustering all the confidence he could. His skills, such as they are, were in spying, not combat, but he vowed to protect her and her babe for as long as he could. Perhaps he would slay these two, he reasoned, but not before they cried out and brought the rest of the horde. Suddenly, something invisible swept through the bushes like a wind. The orcs flew backwards, falling dead on their backs. Torala turned and saw a wrinkled crone with bright red hair emerge from a nearby bush. "I thought you were going to bring them right to me," she whispered, smiling. "Best come with me." The three followed the old woman through a deep crevice of brambled bushes that ran through the field toward the house on the hill. As they emerged on the other side, the woman turned to look at the orcs feasting on the remains of the horse, a blood-soaked orgy to the beat of multiple horns. "That horse yours?" she asked. When he nodded, she laughed loudly. That's rich meat, that is. Those monsters have bellyaches and flatulence in the morning. Serves them right. Shouldn't we keep moving? Whispered Torala, unnerved by the woman's laughter. They won't come up here, she grinned, looking at Basrio, who smiled back. They're too afraid of us. Torala turned to Kazir, who shook his head. Witches. Am I correct in assuming that this is the old Barbin's farm, the home of the Skeffington Coven? You are, pet, the woman giggled, girlishly pleased to be so infamous. I am Minista Skeffington. What did you do to those orcs? Asked Torala, back there in the thicket.
Apocrypha take you! That was intellectually stimulating.
Spirit fist right side of the head, Minista said, continuing the climb up the hill. Ahead of them was a farmhouse grounds, as well as a chicken coop, a pond, a woman of all ages doing chores, and the laughter of children at play. The old woman turned and saw that Trella did not understand. Don't you have witches where you come from, child? None that I know of, she said. There are all sorts of welders of magic in Tamriel, she explained. The Vashees study magic like it's their painful duty. The battle mages in the army on the other end of the scale hurl spells like arrows. We witches commune and conjure and celebrate. To fell those orcs, I merely whispered to the spirits of the air. The breath of the world with whom I have an intimate acquaintance, to smack those bastards dead. You see, conjuration is not about might or solving riddles or agonizing over musty old spells. It's about fostering relations, being friendly, you might say. Well, we certainly appreciate you being friendly with us. As well as you might, coughed Minista. Your kind destroyed the orc homeland 2,000 years ago. Before that, they never came all the way up here and bothered us. Now, let's get you cleaned up and fed. With that, Minista led them into the farm, and Torella met the family of the Skeffington Coven. A child's play. Let's see. Where she stepped, a circle of flowers grew, filling the outline of her footsteps. Sometimes she walked backwards to watch the green tendrils unfurl, their tips blossoming into pale, blue, yellow, and red. Stop that, Knot said crossly. Don't waste your energy on such trifles. Gowering paused in mid-stride, her head tilted to one side. It cost me nothing to think of flowers, she replied, as she stepped carefully again, defiantly creating one more circle. Your aunt foretold a great fortune for you, but all I foresee is a good whipping, her mother told her severely. With a laugh, she danced toward her mother and kissed her repentantly. Then she caught sight of the Ulthorn peering through the window and forgot all else. May I play with Ulthorn? Go, child. Gowering was gone almost before the words left her mother's lips. With a sigh, Knot added softly, play while you still can. Sacred places. My mother whispered this verse to me in days when we lived amongst the dark elves against our will. Hidden from view, touch not by dew, sacred places wait. We Argonians have so little from time before the Dunmer came, stone relics, crumbling Xanmirs, an instinctive trust in the Hist. Since our return to Black Marsh, I've searched for these sacred places, hoping to recover more of our valuable past. I brought my mother to Stormhold, where she hatched so long ago. She breathed the heavy air in delight, knowing she would return to the Hist of her parents. As her life slipped away, I stayed beside her. Do you remember that song? I asked, when it was clear she would join our ancestors by nightfall. Hidden from view. Yes, she said, her voice weak. My mother sang it to me, too. You will find it, my daughter, even you. Even me. Even one who would find and sell our past for profit, she rasped accusingly. I looked away, but she continued. The Hist is our treasure and cannot be neither bought nor sold. The meaning struck me then, and I was once angry and ashamed. Hold on, I gotta do something about the inventory situation. Okay. wasn't really that interesting, I promise.
That was intellectually stimulating.
What are you doing?
We can use this.
Shard. You seek the shard. It gives understanding, power. Let us test your power.
Vigor wanes.
Hey, look at us being all strong and powerful and stuffs. We'll grab this.
Oh there! We've been hearing about your exploits from Veldrama. We're up here looking for a patrol from Riften that seems to have gone missing.
I found one of the Rothrud's shards. I didn't see any Riften guards up there.
Shore's bones. I'm glad to hear that. On both counts. I wasn't looking forward to going up there. The mountain has a terrible reputation. I'll take the shard back to Riften and keep it safe until you need it.
Okay.
You made it back. And you're not bleeding, frozen, or gibbering. Damn sight better than those cultists, eh? Andrin's people will help me back to Riften. And then, mead. Lots of it.
Okay, well, let's continue down then.
I'm with you, cohort. Most gratifying resolution.
Sandra chose a different way down.
No. How could they? Such evil. You're not one of them. Need your help. Not for me. I'm doomed. But the others.
How can I help?
The cult. They killed us all. Our loved ones in Riften. Must be told. Help us, please.
How to identify you?
Search the corpses. Personal items. Come back to me.
Alright, I'm on it. Don't die on me. Give you guys a second. Jeez. What were you doing?
Time for tea, then. Quality material makes for quality goods.
Oh.
intellectually stimulating.
No puking on me, you gross. Sven?
Bah, to Apocrypha with you.
Having a bit of flag situation happening. Okay, I got that one. Why is it still acting on my minimap? Dang you, minimap! Alright, River of Names. Watching that same one before.
Circle around!
Riften, you've got some problems. You've got zombies and grossness.
They're all gone. Help!
Wait.
Listen to me, please. They've all been taken. Adelsar, Harana, Varin, even Captain Vivica. I can't go back there.
Calm down. Who took them?
Worm cultists. Captain Vivica led our patrol against their camp, but they ambushed us. We tried to fight our way out. I'm the only one who escaped. The others are either dead or captive.
Where are they?
Down in the valley behind me. The leader seemed to be this tall woman in robes. They called her Golwig, or something like that. I'm not going back there. But you look like you could take her.
I'll try to help your friends.
My friends are in cages in the worm cult camp. Will you rescue them? One of the cultists must have the key.
But what's the cultist been doing?
What haven't they been doing? Kidnapping, murder, necromancy, you name it, they've...
I'm in your debt.
Thanks. What about Vivica? Galvig dragged her into that damned cave. Hurry!
Alright, into the cave we go. Mine safety regulations showing timber should be at least a hand span in width and breadth. Mine shaft should be shored every 3 paces. Mine shaft should not be wider than 3 paces, nor higher than 2 paces. Mine chamber should not be excavated wider than 5 paces between rock pillars, left for root sport. No shouting or other loud noises. No running or horseplay. No racing in the mining carts. Well, aren't you a load of boring? Poor things.
Beware! Golvig will steal your soul.
The shard of Wuthrath, Golvig wielded for evil.
Ugh! Dirt fungus.
At last, I've discovered the secrets. So this is from Golveg, the person we're hunting. At last, I've discovered the secrets to casting off the shackles of mortality. I record them here for those who dare to follow in my footsteps. Pledge yourselves to me to swear everlasting allegiance, and you too can ascend to this lofty plane. The first element is the will to force your body into death and beyond. Without this ultimate power of mind over body, the transformation cannot begin. If you have the courage for even this initial step, many falter and are lost when pain and horror overcome what little willpower they have. Given the strongest of wills, great necromantic knowledge is next required. Willpower provides the force, but knowledge focuses the will and directs the glorious transformation. Only the most intelligent and daring of necromancers will delve deeply enough into the forbidden knowledge, gathering the spellcraft needed to achieve blessed lichdom. I am one of those. A plentiful source of souls is needed as well. These must be wrenched from their owners as painfully as possible. The higher the degree of torment among your sacrifices, the purer the ascent to lichhood, the greater the power gathered in death. You ascend on a glorious stairway of screams and horror. Lastly, a mighty magical relic is needed. An evil-aligned relic will suffice. but a good aligned artifact that can be perverted to this purpose is ideal. This relic is the casting focus of Urellas? I don't know. Loathsome coercion. This spell employed to wrench the required souls from their erstwhile owners. The more powerful the relic, the more powerful the soul rending. While knowledge, souls, and powers, these are the required elements of this most exalted of transformations. Attempt if you dare. Hey, you.
You saved my life.
I literally walked on you
Thank
guys
you.
and didn't even know you were here. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. If I missed any other peasants on the way, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know. Stop the ritual.
You want my soul? Just try and take it, worm. Their souls feed me.
Where am I going?
You want my soul? Just try and take it, worm.
A divergence point.
Is there anything more delicious?
What am I doing?
Every day I grow stronger. Kill more.
I'm very confused. Is it something to do with this?
You're too late. The ritual is complete. My transformation is complete. Now it's time. You all die.
Losing Vita here.
Nice work. The axe shot is nearby. Let's go. Golvig would have sacrificed me as well if not for your help.
What now?
Golvig was insane, tearing out people's souls with the shard, using that dark energy to transform into a lich. Disgusting. She got what she deserved. I must gather my surviving troops. Grab the shard and meet me outside.
Okie dokie. Look at how cute those little mouses on here. Adorable.
Impressive deeds, hero. One of my companions could not have done better. Celebrate your victory. I see a hero standing before me. You have risen high in my estimation today.
What should I do with a shard?
Even a shard of the mighty Wuthran is a potent artifact. My ancient axe still has power left. Use it, hero.
The Sunmar?
Aye, Sinmur and Thalik lurk at Trollhätta. I can feel them, like rotted teeth that must be pulled. Use the shard's power to end them. Are you still here? Are there no more worm cultists to kill?
Nah,
Pursue these villains.
I know that we asked
Perhaps
this
we will meet again.
earlier, but I don't remember why. Oh, why is it so powerful?
Because it was my weapon, forged from my bitter tears after our defeat by the wretched elves. I slew legions of mighty foes with it. Wuthran.
I remember now. I remember. I still feel like I must have missed a quest back there because, back in the other area. Because there was that father whose son was killed, and we stopped. We didn't go any further. Maybe I went the wrong direction? I don't know. Oh.
Golvig, what can I say? She was nuts. All those cultists are. I want to kill every one of them in the most painful ways possible. Sounds like a plan, right?
Why was the shard so vital to Goving?
The shard enabled Golvig to devour souls and ascend into lich form. I'll keep the shard safe from now on. You saved our lives and prevented evil from spreading out of Lost Prospect. I hope to return the favor someday. The lich is dead and my troopers are freed. Time to move on. I'm going to take the shard to Yoren at Trollhätta. I hope to see you there.
I was a lich. What's that?
Necromancers who lust for immortality can transform themselves into liches. Vile spells and sacrifices are involved. They gain tremendous power but lose their souls. More than this, I don't care to know.
Thank you. Alright. We will catch up with the next one. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company.